Shabbat Shalom. The story goes that a Jew presents the papers to leave Russia to emigrate to Israel. So they call him from the central office of his town, and there is a big picture of Stalin in the back, and they say, Tovarish Isaac, we learn that you want to emigrate to Israel. Is that correct? That's correct. You don't like the food here in Mother Russia? I can't complain. You don't like our educational system? I can't complain. You don't like the work that you do every day? I can't complain. So why you want to leave? I want to leave because I can't complain. And that's why I want to leave. I want to complain and I cannot complain. And the point of the joke, which I'm not sure I told it very well, but hopefully you will be laughing anyway, is that one of the characteristics of a free people, of a free human being, one of the gifts of freedom is that you can complain. And when you cannot complain, doesn't matter if you have, food or a job, but you feel that you are oppressed. And one of the main expressions of freedom, maybe not one that we welcome so much, especially those who are in a position of leadership, or everybody who needs to be in a position of leadership and dealing with immigrants who come from an oppressed country, is that you hear a lot of complaints. And our first reaction is, you didn't complain there, why you come and you complain here? And the answer is, because there I couldn't complain and here I can complain. And in our Torah portion, Behaalotecha, we are going to find many, many, many complaints. The children of Israel are going to say to Moshe Rabbeinu, to Moses, we are sick and tired of this manna that we eat every day. We are sick and tired because we don't have meat. We are sick and tired from eating always the same food. We remember the watermelons and we remember the fish that we used to eat in Egypt for free, and one complaint after the other. And Moshe is very frustrated and he complains to God. And he says, am I the father of these people, the mother, that I need to carry them like in my bosom, like a mother carries a child? What will I do with these people? They keep complaining and complaining and complaining. And God does what he does. God needs to maneuver them with the help of Moses. And it's going to take 40 years until they make it to the promised land. But my point to you is that we should see the complaint not necessarily as a sign of something terrible that's happening there on the field, but as a sign of freedom. Only people who are free are able to complain. Maybe their complaints may not be justified. The complaints may be really annoying, but they are the sign that behind this complaint there is a person, a human being that is alive and is in charge. I would like just to conclude with a personal story about my parents. And I don't like when my parents complain. I guess they didn't like when I complained when I was a child. But at least when they complain, I know that they are more or less doing okay. When I don't hear them complain, then is when I start worrying. When they start, saying, oh, my back hurts, oh, my eyes are not the way to be, I cannot hear very well, I get a little concerned, but I get the picture that overall it's a good sign. Complaint sometimes is a sign that there is someone behind the complaint who is thinking, who, right or wrong, may have something to say, something to prefer. There is something to work with. We need to remember that they came from a situation in Egypt in which they couldn't complain. And maybe they need 40 years of complaint before they can arrive to the promised land. So each time when I hear my children complain, or my parents complain, or my congregants complain, I like to remember, or I hope to remember, the lesson of this Torah portion. Maybe what I need to do is to embrace their complaint, to try to work with their complaint, and try to take all this energy maybe to a better place, maybe to a promised land. Shabbat Shalom.